one of the first questions in Bangladesh people ask you is, "Tumi kun grame thako?" If you were to ask me, what is one food that you can eat every day, and it's going to be, aloo bharta, dal, and pat. If you're speaking to me in Bangla, I can understand it 100%. When I go to speak it, it's a little tough. And you can't forget about that Thai chili pepper. This is how you make murgi lal chol. So this sauce is called kashundi, and it's basically a mustard mango sauce. Ramadan day 10, and I'm making this again. One of the first questions in Bangladesh people ask you is, "Tumi kun grame thako?" Tumar desher bari kothay. These are the questions they ask you, and from there they start gauging and judging you. Because in Bangladesh it's not diverse in the sense of black, white people. It's diverse in the sense of cultural changes within villages and within families. Food will change from household to household. The way one person cooks murgi or goru mangsho in their house is going to be different from another person. And what I wanted to do was show those changes, but at the same time innovate. The biryani seasoning powder that people use, it's used for biryani. Why can't I use it for fried chicken? Why can't I use that biryani mix to make noodles and to make a biryani style tasting noodles? Why can't I do that? A few seconds and it will soften. Put in the ramen. Now we're gonna add cheese in there. And then you're actually gonna wrap this twice. Get your pan on medium-high heat. Add in a thin layer of oil, not too much. Fry on both sides until golden brown. I had a business, and during the pandemic, that business was doing really well. It was a marketing business. I was on TikTok and I saw a lot of people making, people my age making dishes on TikTok. And I said, I think I can make, dishes that are better than what they're making. A part of the reason I was making those videos, number one, was just to keep practicing my cinematography skills, but also to show people that, there's so many ways to cook and there's so many ways to flavor your food, and there's so many fusion techniques that you can do. I also, put in, Bangladeshi flavors, into a lot of these American, Italian, Mexican dishes, even Chinese as well. This recipe is for all my Bangladeshi people. Come on now, what's a dish without the Thai chili pepper? Growing up, watching my grandma cook, she didn't measure anything. There was no measurements. Everything she did was all in her head. I just see her taking spoons, dumping it in. There was no sense of measurement. And when I ask her, what's the measurement for this? She has no idea. I asked my mom, what's the measurement for this and that? And she's like, she just says, like, there's no measurement. তুমি খালি এরকম দিবা, তারপর check করবা, এটা কিরকম দেখা যাচ্ছে, ধরবা. Like, there's no measurements. They're just eyeballing everything. They're just looking, and from experience as well. And this is what makes it difficult for the next generations to cook. It's not our parents' fault and our grandma's fault. That's just how they cook. So when I started cooking, the first thing I told myself is I need to do measurements. That was my first step, was to learn the why. Once I learned the why, then it was pretty easy to understand the cooking. For example, when I made the potato cracker chicken, I knew that you can take anything that's flour based, and if you dip a chicken in egg, and if you dip it in something that's flour based, you can cook it in the oven or you can fry it, and it's almost going to be like fried chicken. And I knew that the potato crackers, if you crush it, it'll actually turn into like a powder, like a potato powder, similar to like potato starch. So I knew it was gonna, be able to be fried or baked as long as it has a binder like eggs. We're gonna spice it up with some Thai chili pepper. You wanna let this marinate for at least 12 hours. Majority of the hate has actually came from, my own people, which is very disturbing. oh, this is not the way to cook. This is not how we do it in Bangladesh. You're not a pure Bengali. You're disgracing our country. You should stop doing what you're doing. This is a bully. This is not a constructive, criticism. These bullies is our own Bangladeshi people trying to hurt a Bangladeshi content creator who is only just trying to bring the Bangladeshi culture into this world. This generation of Bangladesh, this new generation of Bangladesh that is growing up in the internet era, we need to understand that we have to help each other, we have to be supportive of each other, and we can't tear each other down. Because if we tear each other down, we're gonna only tear down our country itself.
Today we're gonna be using Nature's Own perfectly crafted brioche buns. Has such a nice sweet smell to it. Now we're gonna toast these buns with ghee or clarified butter, mango chutney, green chutney,